Welcome, everyone, and happy Monday. My name is Tracy Murphy Poxtis, and this is Good to Great in Under 8, the weekly show for motivated professionals who want to stop feeling frustrated or trapped and want to have a greater business impact and get more fulfillment out of their careers. So guys, as I'm sure most of you know, an organization, a department, or a team's health really is only as good as the decisions that its leader makes, right? And some prosper from leaders that make great decisions, and other organizations and departments and teams really struggle after their leaders make some bad choices. But let's be real, right? The pressures and the expectations that we're facing in today's business environment can cause even the best of us, right, to make rushed or compromised decisions. And whether we want to admit it or not, research actually shows that there's several innate characteristics within all of us that really prevent us from making better decisions. And it's unfortunate because these innate traits are really natural human tendencies. And because of that, we often struggle ourselves in recognizing them. So guys, today I'm going to share with you 3 of the most common innate roadblocks that get in the way of us making better decisions. And then next week, I'm going to talk about a few strategies for how to overcome those roadblocks and really start to bust through them. So the first roadblock that we typically don't recognize is that we actually are uncomfortable and overwhelmed with uncertainty. So you guys know what I'm talking about, right? When you have a decision that you have to make and all you're thinking about is the 10 other things that you don't know or you can't find out are going to happen if you make that decision. Right? And so your mind just starts racing with all of the, well, what if this and what if that? And you just end up completely exhausting yourself, right? And so when we're sort of in that state, one of 2 things typically happens. We tend to force certainty, even when it doesn't really exist. And when we do that, we really limit our view of the situation and all the possible outcomes. And so with that then now limited view, we really decrease the chances that we're going to make a good decision. Or when we're in this state, many of us tend to just ask for more and more information, right? We're hoping to drive that certainty that we really, really want. Right, but at this point, what we're not realizing is that we're just delaying making a decision. And so ultimately, we're not making a decision. And that in and of itself is going to have its own set of bad consequences. Trust me. Then we get to the second roadblock that stops us from making good decisions that we're often not aware of. And this one is all about letting your ego or your pride get in the way. And so this tends to happen when we believe that we have all the answers and we don't engage other people for their perspective. Or worse, we engage them for perspective, but we ultimately dismiss it because we think we know better. And so the reality here is we're actually avoiding new ideas, right? New thinking. And that's all because we want to protect ourselves from feeling incompetent or inferior. And that's letting our ego get in the way. And so when we do that, then we typically are also avoiding discussing some of those unknown risks or other unknown elements, right? So our fear from not wanting to be wrong and making ourselves still feel really smart, right, is getting in our way. And so when we're in this place and we're letting our ego or our pride drive us, obviously we're limiting the view of what we can see, but we're also really preventing ourselves from learning, from growing, and from making better decisions. And then the third roadblock that we often don't recognize is sort of getting in our way is that we fear making the wrong decision or a bad decision. And this is often one of the toughest roadblocks. And this is all because we might have some self-doubt or some insecurity, or maybe we're even concerned about our own image and how we'll look, right? And so what happens when we're in this place of being fearful of making a wrong decision is that we are actually making a decision through the wrong lens, right? We're looking at it through the lens of what happens if I make the wrong decision? What is it going to cost me? So, right, we're making that decision out of self-preservation versus what really might be best for the company, the department, or the team. And when we're making those decisions out of self-preservation, we're rarely making a good decision. So guys, the 3 roadblocks, again, think about it. The 3 roadblocks are we're uncomfortable and we're overwhelmed with uncertainty. We let our ego and our pride get in our way. And we're fearful of making a wrong decision. So I'm curious, let me know what you guys think about these roadblocks. Do they resonate with you? Do you not buy into them at all? Have they never happened to you? So I'm curious. I'd love to hear from you. Shoot me an email with your thoughts at tracy@tracymurphycoaching.com. And if you do relate or resonate with any of these roadblocks and you want some help working through them, please email me again, tracy@tracymurphycoaching.com. Be happy to chat with you about how to bust through these. And then don't forget to join in next week, guys, when I start sharing some strategies for how to really bust through some of these barriers. So have a great week, and I'll see you next time.